Some lawmakers are calling for a popular flea and tick collar to be pulled from store shelves. A congressional subcommittee is launching an investigation and calling for a temporary recall of this series of flea and tick collar after thousands of reports that it may have made pets and even people very ill. Our consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner has more. Anna, good morning to you. We're not only talking about sick pets. We understand the collar may actually be linked to the deaths of nearly 1,700 pets. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Right. And those reports went to the EPA, which regulates pesticides. Now, the agency has not concluded that these collars pose any danger, but people reported to them and on social media that their pets became ill or died, and many of them believe that the collars are to blame.
4-month-old kittens Oscar and Felix were healthy, says owner Karen Pisano, until she put Seresto collars on them. And within 2 days, Oscar's legs began twitching.
And that's when I became extremely alarmed.
On a veterinarian's advice, she says, she immediately removed the collars. But Oscar died that night.
You think you're doing the best thing for your pets, to protect them, and to see this poor thing, see him pass, you didn't deserve that.
I believe it was that collar. I absolutely do.
Jerry Kurtz says his 135-pound dog Baron was healthy as a horse until he put a Seresto collar on him.
Within 12 hours, he had a massive, massive seizure. He was foaming at the mouth. His eyes was rolled back.
Kurtz says a veterinarian gave Baron anti-seizure medication, but the seizures continued. Getting so bad a year later, he says, he felt he had to put Baron to sleep.
I love that dog. It just wasn't right. It just wasn't right.
Seresto collars contain 2 pesticides to ward off ticks and fleas. Retailer Elanco says the collars are safe. But government documents obtained by a nonprofit group show since Seresto collars were introduced in 2012, more than 75,000 incidents have been reported to the EPA, ranging from skin irritation to seizures, plus nearly 1,700 pet deaths. Senior scientist Nathan Donnelly.
The biggest thing that stuck out to me was just how high these numbers are.
Elanco disputes that, saying the incident report rate in the U.S. has been below 0.3%, and the majority relate to non-serious effects such as skin problems. A company official said that a report is not an indication of cause, and said there's no established link between exposure to the active ingredients in Seresto and pet deaths. But Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy wants the collars off the market, at least temporarily.
I think that it's only appropriate in this case that the manufacturer do a voluntary recall. This situation has to be investigated, and that's why we're taking action as we are right now.
Well, the company says it's cooperating with the subcommittee, but will not be hosting a voluntary recall. That, it says, would be up to regulators. The EPA says it's in conversation with Elanco about these incidents. And it should be noted that many veterinarians continue to recommend these products. Now, if you have a story to tell us about this issue or anything else, you can email us at consumer@cbsnews.com. Tony?
You can really feel for those pet owners. We hope we get to the bottom of this. Anna, thank you very much.
אתם צופים ב-Dear Dog Life לתכנים נוספים על החומרים המסוכנים נגד פרעושים וקרציות לכלבים וחתולים, כנסו לדף הפייסבוק חומרי הדברה נגד פרעושים וקרציות. לפתרונות טבעיים נגד פרעושים וקרציות, כנסו לקבוצת הפייסבוק כלבים וחתולים חוזרים אל אמא טבע.